Hi, welcome to Let's Get Flexy. My name's Maree. Today we're going to do a session focusing on middle splits and straddle splits. We'll start with a warm-up, we'll get nice and warm, and then we'll get into our stretches. You don't really need anything. I've got a yoga mat that I'm going to use, and I might use a TheraBand. If you don't have a TheraBand, just use a towel or a piece of clothing like a leg warmer. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we're going to roll out our shoulders, rolling them back. Other way, big rolls with your shoulders. Stretch out the side of our neck. Just gently pulling with your hand, feeling the stretch go right down to your fingertips. And change. Other side, right down through to your fingers. Gently release, semicircles with your head, gently stretching it out. And up and down with the head. Really working through the back of your shoulders. Other way. Next song, we're going to do some hip bridges. We're going to start warming up our core, so lying down onto the floor. And lifting up and down. Really squeezing at the top. Squeeze from the back of your legs, your glute muscles, up and down. Going. Keep it up there this time, squeezing the knees in and out. Try to keep the hips up high, squeezing from your butt. Keep going. Back to up and down. And another set, up and down or in and out. Squeeze in, out, hips up high. Last set, up and down, squeeze, 8 more, push. And last set, up, in, out, hips up high. Eight more. Six, 7, 8, and release. Taking your legs out, lengthening them out, digging your heels into the mat. You're going to push up with your hips, just a little mini hip bridge. Hold, squeeze, hold it. Really engaging through your core, through your glutes. Do another one of those. Off we go, squeezing up, holding. Five, 6, 7, 8, and release. Okay, sitting up. This is Milky, by the way. She's come to join me. The other one is Minty. I'm sure she's around somewhere. We're going to get warm now in our inner legs. So over to the side, setting everything up nice and evenly. Top leg comes over, other leg lengthens out. Make sure that you're nice and even. Flexing the foot and lifting up and down, up and down. We're really trying to target our inner thighs of that bottom leg. Keep it going. You're nice and even. Flexing that foot. Off we go, up and down. Keep going. Really squeeze, really targeting the inner thighs. My cat's brought me her toy for her to throw. I'll do it in a sec. Keep going. Squeeze. Bringing the legs to the front, giving them a good shake out. We're going to do just a little stretch and then we'll get into some more strengthening. So legs into a diamond shape, sitting up nice and straight through your back, sucking in your tummy and folding forward. Straddle. We're going to start stretching in this direction. We're going to do some strengthening for this direction first. So get into your straddle. You want to be able to sit up straight. So if you can't sit up with a straight back, take your legs a little bit more shallow. Try to sit up straight. If you've got a block, you can sit up on a block. That'll help you keep a nice straight back. So getting into position, we're going to do some lifts with our legs. I find this really hard, so just do your best. I find it really kind of scorches in my hip flexor, but just do your best. So what we're going to do is we're going to target one leg at a time. We're going to turn over to the leg, place the hands down. What you're going to do is squeeze that leg tight and lift. Okay, we're just going to do 8 of them. So getting ready. Off we go. Squeeze up and down, up and down. If you're getting cramp in your quad, flex the foot. I've lost count. Let's do 2 more. Okay, let's change sides. 8 on that side. Off we go. Squeeze up and down. Flexing the foot if you need to. And release. We're going to do another set on each side. Off we go. Seven, 8, change. going to do a big long sequence trying to loosen up our straddle split, or our pancake split. So this is your straddle, your pancake is where you go down flat. We're going to try and stretch that out and have a go at our pancake split or straddle split at the end. So legs nice and wide. Remember to just go as wide as you can with a straight back, so tummy in, sitting up nice and straight. We're going to start by doing some hip tilts, so we want to roll through the hips. You want to think of tilting your hips and rolling your fanny through and back, Just a little bit of movement is good. We're just trying to improve it. We're just trying to loosen up that area and get that tilt going. So it's not from the tummy, it's from the hips. Reaching behind onto your hands, flex the feet hard. You're going to push up onto your calf muscles, push the hips open, push them forward, holding yourself up there. Release, back into that neutral position. Let's do some more tilts, forward and back. Flexed feet, push. And release. Give yourself a little choppy chop. One of the keys in this direction is to try to relax into the stretches. So we're trying to release this area of our thighs so that we can do that forward bend soon. Back into position, sitting up straight. We're going to go over to the side now. So stretching through the side, reaching for the toes. I feel this one mainly through my side and a bit through this leg. Nice deep breathing. Facing over that leg and forward bending. This is more of a hamstring stretch, so feeling it under the leg, pushing down into it, nice deep breathing. front of the foot, reaching it forward, stretching it out, slightly different angle. Reaching the fingers right forward, we're going to tiptoe on the fingers, big semicircle, take it right through to the other side. When you get there, sitting up. We're going to do that whole sequence on the other side, so getting back into that nice neutral position, making sure you're sitting up tall. Off we go over. Remember to breathe through all these stretches, nice deep breathing. Facing the leg, reaching over, breathing down into that hamstring stretch. Taking the hands to the front of that foot, reaching forward. Reaching forward onto your fingers, coming right the way round. Over to the other side and sitting out straight. We're going to do some semicircles there and back 2 times, so there, back, there, back. So getting into position, starting one side. Big semicircle, really pushing through the entire rotation, pushing through any parts that feel a bit stiff. button down towards the floor. There's not much point in it hollowing out like that. We want to keep the back straight. So even if you're just doing a little forward bend, you're going to be feeling it through here. So off we go, nice and straight. Use your hip tilt. Tummy button down to floor. Just take it down as low as you can. Sitting up, hands behind, flexed feet, push, open out those hips. And down, we're going to do another one of those. Try to push it down a little bit lower if you can. So using your hip tilt, tummy in, straight back. Reversing it, push. And release, bringing the legs together, give yourself a little bit of help if you need to. Okay, shaking the legs out. Everyone feeling okay? That one is quite intense, so you should be feeling it through here. We're going to move on to our centre split stretches now, so it's a slightly different angle through our hips. It is stretching something different, so you can do both of the straddle stretches and the centre split stretches in the same session. They both feel quite nasty though, but yes, let's go into our middle splits. So we've just done straddle, which is this way. Now we're going to do middles, which is flat down on the floor. So we're going to do a frog. So this is a centre split. If we had our legs extending out, we would be in a centre split. So what I want you to do is I want you to get your knees and your feet lined up. Flex the feet. The knee is going to be lined up with your crotch. So knee, crotch, knee. And we're going to go down. We're going to hold it. We're going to hold it down there. And you're going to bring your butt back towards your feet. Mango wants to come in. The back door's just there. Shall I let him in? You keep on holding it. I'll come back. Come on. Come on. Here he is. So keep holding your frog. Make sure it's nice and straight, so we're pushing our butt back towards our feet. To come out of that one, you're going to pull yourself forward on your arms and shuffle your knees together to get out of it. So we're going to do that again, but we're going to extend one leg at a time. So this one is quite intense. If you haven't done this before, just be really careful. You're going to have to hold yourself up with your forearms or your arms. I would recommend also grabbing a cushion if you've got sore knees in this stretch. It's really good to support your knee, your extended leg knee with a cushion. I'll show you what I mean. I'll just grab a cushion. So we're going to get into our frog position. shallow, making sure everything's even, knee, crotch, knee, feet behind, extend one leg. If you feel pain in your knee, it's not great, but like it's quite common, you can just shove something under there and like support yourself as you do the stretch. So same deal, you need to think of pulling your butt back towards your bent leg foot, making sure everything's nice and squared. Shuffle the legs together. There's no graceful way to get out of that one. I'm going to set up the other side now. So into your basic frog, nice and shallow. Extend the other leg. Use the cushion if you need to. I don't usually use the cushion, but it actually feels way better using the cushion. Way easier. Still getting a decent stretch though. Once you're in position, push your butt back towards your feet. Hey, Mango. What you doing? Always a bit nervous around Mango. I don't know if you've met him before, but Mango is extremely untrustworthy. He's really aggressive and grumpy, and he loves me, but he also hates it when I exercise. So he often comes up and attacks me, so I have to be a bit careful of him. Okay, so how's that feeling? Like that is a pretty unpleasant stretch, right? All good? We're going to try to do a full one now. So now we're going to extend both legs. So the way that I would recommend doing that is doing it from standing. Probably do it without a mat, to be honest, but I'll just do it with a mat because I can't be bothered getting rid of it. But you're going to take your legs down, you're going to take your arms down. Everything is square, foot, crotch, foot, taking it right down. If you're quite flexible through this direction, you're going to have to take it right down to your forearms. Try to keep your hips lined up with your feet, so pulling your butt back. Coming out of that. Okay. So that's your centre split. We're going to come back to it in a little while. We're going to do something right at the end of this session called a swim through. So we're going to be joining up the stretches we've been doing today into a whole movement. But first I want to go over a third hip opening stretch. So this is another direction again. So it's not the straddle, it's not the centre split, it's kind of like a turnout stretch. So you're going to be lying on our tummies. You're going to lift your feet up. Your knees are going to come open. You're going to try and lift your knees up nice and close. You're going to start feeling a hip stretch at some point. Try to get your knees nice and even. I've got one tighter side than the other, so I have to really work on getting that knee the same distance as the other one. Okay, once you're in position, you're going to think of relaxing your feet down and relaxing down into your hips. You can stay lying down if you want to. If you are quite comfortable in this position, you can take it up to your forearms. If you need to, you don't need to push out. Okay, to get out of this one, same thing, you're going to think of squeezing your knees together, sliding them together, and pushing up and back. Rolling it out. So we're going to finish with some swim throughs. So this is joining all of the stretches we've been doing today together. So the 3 different directions. We did straddles, centers, and that turnout split turnout stretch right at the end. So I'll show you what a swim through is, and then I'll show you some variations. I like to do it without the mat because I kind of get stuck using the mat. So we're going to start sitting up in our straddle position. This is where you need to use your tilt. So if you've got a really good hip tilt, you're going to find swim throughs pretty easy. If you're quite tight, which is really common, most people, if they're having trouble with any of these different splits, it's usually this hip tilt thing that people are tight in. So, okay, if you're nice and loose through this direction, this is what your swim through is going to look like. You're going to do your forward bend, you're going to come through your straddle, through your centre split, and then feet out behind. And then you can reverse it up, booty it up. I'll do it one more time and then I'll show you a variation for those of you who can't do that forward bend. So for those of you who have a good forward bend, you're going to think of rolling through straddle, centre split, and then that other split or that other direction. So the aim is at some point is to keep your crotch on the floor and just roll it through. It looks like quite a subtle movement, but it's actually really hard. Okay, variation for those of you who are a bit tight through your straddle. So just get into your straddle as deep as you can. You're going to just muscle up with your arms. So you're going to come up. You're going to come through your centre split, which is there, and then you're going to keep on going right the way through. Close the legs and booty out of it. For those of you that's a bit hard, you can come over sideways. So lift yourself up over sideways, come through your centre split, and then right the way through. Close your legs, booty out. Let's do 3. You can do 3 at whatever level you're doing them. I'm going to change directions. I'll do it in this direction. I'll do one of the sort of easier ones first. And I'm going to finish with 2 full ones. thank you everybody, I hope you enjoyed that class. If you've got any questions, just make a comment